the event was first year in Baltimore, and I did, and this was during my time in graduate school
Mm.
that I did that.
Well, I would testify because I attended the event, that it was excellent and I really
Thank you.
enjoyed it. And Estelle invited me to attend and very impressive. Had a great time, learned a lot, and was
Excellent.
just really overwhelmed at all the stakeholders that were there from different organizations, different agencies. And that goes back to the power, I guess, of networking. Networking through people, like you said, through Estelle, who networked you to other people, and it goes on and on. It's like a spider web of people.
Absolutely.
I know this person. Let me introduce you to that person. Then you know. So I
Right.
was just really impressed when I attended the event, and yeah, that was well. I've been in Colorado 5 years, so
Okay.
yeah, it was a while ago, but it was so excellent. It still stays with me these years
Wow.
later. So it was really impressive.
Thank you.
Had
Thank
I'm
you.
glad I had a chance to attend that. So
Thank you.
that was
Thank you
great.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
just glad we had a chance to do it before all this COVID because now people are canceling conferences. Everything is
Yes.
virtual now.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, so I'm glad
Yes.
we had a
Yes.
chance to bring people together because
Yeah.
we didn't know at that time, that
Yes.
we'll be in the state that we're in now. So I'm glad we had
Yes.
opportunity to do that. Um,
Yes.
I just have a question. I think you touched on this already, but if you had to sum up some of the steps that it would take, because I actually do struggle with that sometimes myself. It's not so much the networking, and as Estelle says, sometimes people could be shy. I've been in front of audience many times, being a professor over 10 years. You constantly in a class in front of students and have to
Mm-hmm.
present at conferences, but it doesn't come naturally. I don't,
No.
sometimes
Mm.
people think, oh, it's only if people that's social. But sometimes you got
Mm-hmm.
to step out of your comfort zone
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
network. It may
Yeah.
not, even those people like Oprah says, sometimes she get nervous before an
Yeah.
interview. Though,
Right.
and she's, interviewed, thousands of people. So I think some people that see other people that are, outgoing and like, oh, it must be natural to them. They're born with it. And sometimes it takes an effort to get
Yes.
out there and network. So for people like myself, it doesn't come naturally. I do it. Like I said, I've been in front of classrooms for many years. But what are some steps you can give to somebody if you had to say, from the introduction to following up and with that person, this is step one. If you go to
Yeah.
a conference, you reach out, or you sit with people you don't know, you don't just sit with people that you do know. What would you say to the audience? Like, these are some steps I would go by.
Sure. I would say, like, if you're going to, yeah, yes, if you're going to a conference um, or any type of event that will involve like networking, I would say that to basically, um, and again, and I could speak from like how you feeling, like being shy, and I know it's easier said than done, but reality, we do have to get out of that, like get out of the comfort zone, because really, like I said, people are not going to like fall out the sky, and be there, and so it's like the reality is like we do have to take that initiative, but but start off slow. I would just say, like, just go up to, if you could try, or just keep in mind, just think about that, hey, this person is just a human being, and this person is no better than me. Like we just gonna have, like, just treat it as if it's like a normal conversation, as if you was speaking with like your family members, or your close friends. So for me, like, that's how, like, I would like that's how, like, I treat it, and it helps me to calm my anxiety and my stress level down. Um, and with that, I would say just go and introduce your name, um, ask for the other person's name, and basically give, like, what they say, like a 30-second pitch about yourself. Hey, say, like, I'm give me as a example. I'm John Doe. I work for XYZ company. I'm just like interested. I'm interested in meeting new people. Just like I want to do like engineering and like what's like from there you ask the person what's their name, what do they do, and stuff, and so just like after the other person talk about what they do, um, like just so like, oh, okay, wonderful, nice. And so just ask, like you can ask questions about, for example, like so how long, okay, like whatever, whatever industry or career they're in, like just ask like how long, for example, how long they have been in that career. Um, what's what do they um, find most like interesting about about their career, and then too, like you try to find like a common ground, like or like a common interest to say, oh wow, like yes, like I'm also like interested in that field, in that area. And then yeah, like mainly like you want to treat it as just a normal conversation. uh and so once that's over, then you just ask them if they have a business card with them. Let's hope they do, because some people don't have a business card, but you still want to like still ask for it. And if they have one, great. But if they don't, make sure you have like something, like be prepared, like have a little a pen and a pad, and just ask for their name, email address, or just ask them like what's 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 the best way to contact them. So once they give you that, I would say follow up immediately, 24 to 48 hours at the latest, and just say, hey, it was a pleasure um, meeting with you. And so when you follow up like in the email, uh, for example, it doesn't have to be a really long email. Just be like brief and say, thank you so much for talking with me at such and such event. So you wanna mention where you met the person, because the person may forget. So you want to make sure that 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 person, excuse me, that that the other person on the receiving end um, have you fresh in their mind. So that's why it's so critical to follow up 24 to 48 hours at the latest. And so in the email, you would say something like, again, thank you for meeting with me. I really enjoyed our conversation. I would like to continue this dialogue further, to learn more about who you are, like what you do, and I can share with you more about who I am and things like that. Like I want to keep this. Basically, I'd like to keep the connection going. Are you available for coffee or lunch? And say yes, great. And so just set it up and stuff. And then yeah, and then when you meet the next time that both of you meet, you continue the dialogue, because my method is, when it comes to networking, when I'm meeting a new person, I don't ask them right off the bat, can they help me with can they help me with something right away? Because you and the other person are still getting to know one another. So you have to build that rapport. Like a trust has to be formulated. And so by at least by like after like after you meet with the other person on the receiving end, like after like a second or third meeting, then that's when, like, once you feel that connection, and then like now you can like start to feel, okay, now that we have a connection, now we could do favors, like we can help with one another. So, but see, I look at it with networking is that um, the person is not only helping me, but you also want to like um, show gratitude and appreciation by saying, hey, if there's anything that I can do to help you, because I think that it should go both ways, and I think like that's how you'll keep your support system, your network stronger, because if you keep getting like if you're not showing appreciation for what the other person does for you, um, like you can lose that person like who could be really beneficial. So I would say give it a couple more meetings with one another before you start talking about do you think that you can help me with this or that? So like I really believe that it's about building trust and having that genuine connection with one another first before asking favors.
Mm. Great ideas and suggestions. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Verlando. So, um, first of all, I'd like the audience to know that he talked about first generation. Verlando is a humble person, but he created first generation and was the leader of it. So, and what he did to create it was so generous because he brought together his personal network of all these wonderful people who were mid-level or above in Baltimore who were interested in college access. And the help that he asked from them was not personal. He asked for people, we sat around the table that very first time. He asked, he kind of laid out his vision. And then without actually him even have to ask explicitly, people around the table, somebody from city schools, somebody from the Able Foundation, right?
No, NEEKC.
Any Casey Foundation, I'm sorry. So all these people, and they had real resources to offer. That very first meeting, they offered those resources. So that was pretty incredible, and that's a testimony to your network. But I'd like you to talk a bit about Eric Waldo and where your connection to Eric Waldo, who did
Oh,
that connect you to?
so Eric Waldo. So after the event was over with, first in Baltimore, he um, he told me he told me he came up to me and he said he was really impressed with what I've organized or put together, that he wanted to invite me to the White House and to meet former First Lady Michelle Obama and and to um, and to also like be a part of her being the odds summit. Like so, it's like it was like a series of like summer events that she had about just basically encouraging first gen college students to keep their head up and over like just like stay strong and overcoming adversities and things. And she had me as like one of the speakers to share my story to students across the country and stuff. Um, and so like yeah, I was able. I was like honored, very honored to meet her. I was just like I remember when I came at the White House, um, and like she gave me a big she gave me a big hug and was just saying how proud she was, how proud she was like of me. And so that it was just like for me that was like a defining moment. And like Eric became like a great like another mentor of mine and stuff. And so since then he like um, asked me if I could be like a thought partner
Mm,
for the Reach Higher initiative, just to give like my ideas and stuff and
mm,
how they could improve or oh yeah, yes, yeah, how they can improve that the initiative and stuff. So, but yeah, that was just like meeting Michelle and like being like in her presence. It was amazing. Like I just it's I would never thought I had that opportunity. Never in my life. Never in my life. And like yeah, it was just unbelievable. So I was just humbly honored to be to be with her and the team and with Eric. So I'm just like, and again, I want to shout out to my mentor Eric Waldo for like opening the door for me with that, to giving me access, like meeting her and stuff, face to face and things, and also um, being at the White House and sharing my story